This is the biggest streamer who has ever lived. The first person on the planet to hit 20 million followers. Streamer of the year? Not once, again and again. And in January, he posted a video. You know what he called it? I quit. His words, not mine. I was losing touch of reality. Now, we spend our whole lives wishing we had what these people have. The money, the fame, the freedom to do whatever, whenever. And look, I'm not here to lecture anyone. I'm just a guy figuring it out, same as you. But I keep landing on the same place. You don't know, mate. You just don't know. Because the life you're jealous of, it comes with a bill. And nobody shows you the bill. Because here's what we see. We see a young man who at 21 has 50 million subscribers, 1.9 million people watching him at the same time, a deal with FIFA to stream the World Cup. We see $10,000 bets thrown around like loose change. We see the perfect jaw, the perfect face, sold to you as something you can build if you just try hard enough. This is the highlight reel. And somewhere right now, there's a 15-year-old scrolling past it thinking, that's the life. That's what winning looks like. And me? I'm nothing. And I want to be dead clear about one thing. These people aren't lazy. They're not stupid. They built something massive out of nothing. And most of us, if we're honest, couldn't. So this isn't me hating on them. Respect, genuinely. It's just, there's another side to this. The side the camera doesn't show.
Start with the obvious one. You think being that famous makes you safe? It makes you a target. This is Speed, handcuffed on his own live stream by armed police because a stranger phoned in a fake threat for a laugh. They call it swatting. It's happened to Kai more than once. One caller said he'd shot his own mother. A giveaway Kai did turned into a full-on riot. 65 people arrested. Speed's been hospitalized overseas, nearly lost an eye. Got swallowed by a crowd in Norway and called it the worst day of his life. That's the deal nobody mentions. You don't get the millions without becoming a target for every unstable person with a phone. That's the loud danger. The quiet one costs more. Imagine being on every single waking hour for millions of people. Never off. Kai said it himself. He wasn't even spending time with his close friends and family, the people he actually loves, because there was never any time. And it made me think of something I wrote down years ago. No one really has 20 friends. You might know 20 people, but your real friends? 1, maybe 2. And that's normal. That's all any of us need. So picture it. 50 million followers. And how many people who actually know you? Who'd still be there if the camera switched off tomorrow?
And the toll is real, even at the very top. Kai again. And I've got a lot of respect for him saying this out loud, because he knew he'd get mocked for it. I'm not sad, I'm not depressed, he said, but I need to bring awareness to mental health, imposter syndrome, burnout, losing touch with what's real. That's the man at number 1, not the bottom, the top. Now, here's where it stops being just their problem and starts being ours. This is the money illusion. Streamers throwing down $500, $10,000 spins like it's nothing. Most of them sponsored by the casino, by the way. It looks like infinite money. It looks easy. Here's the part they don't show you. Last year, somewhere between a third and nearly half of all boys aged 11 to 17 gambled. Most had seen gambling content from influencers first. And a proper peer-reviewed study found something brutal. Watching these streams doesn't get the urge out of your system. It feeds it, makes it worse. And those wins you're watching, often it's the casino's money, not theirs. There's even a lawsuit over exactly this right now. The companies deny it, nothing's been proven, but you get the picture. I wrote a line down once. Partying is borrowed happiness. So is a 10 grand spin of someone else's money. It's not real. You're just watching someone perform rich. And the money illusion only takes your wallet. The body illusion takes more. This is the face of a thing called looks maxing. The idea you can engineer the perfect face, the perfect body, if you're just hardcore enough about it. And the guy leading it, in his own words, he started injecting testosterone at 14. Years of steroids. He says he now believes they've left him infertile. He's talked about using meth just to stay lean. In April, he collapsed, live, on stream, a suspected overdose. And afterwards, he said something that stuck with me. All of the substances are just a cope, trying to feel normal in public. But obviously, that isn't a real solution. This stuff has a body count. Hospital admissions for boys with eating disorders are up around 400%. A pseudoscience born in the darkest corners of the internet, dressed up and sold to kids as self-improvement. And I keep coming back to a line I wrote down once. Success is the lowest metric of happiness. So what did it actually cost them to get there?
Okay, breathe, because I don't want to leave you there. And honestly, it's not all dark. The exact same platform, the exact same fame can be a force for something good. Take Kai again, the guy who said he was losing touch with reality. You know what he started doing? Reading. Books. Out loud, on stream, every single day. Why? His words. I didn't like the way I spoke. I wanted to articulate myself better. A professor from Columbia said he's basically knighting a whole generation of kids as readers. The most watched young man on the planet made reading cool. And Speed? Say what you want. The kid's whole brand is just joy. Millions of people feel lighter watching him. The tool was never the problem. So here's what I actually want you to take from this. You, sitting there, quietly measuring your normal Tuesday against somebody's highlight reel. I wrote this down years ago, and I believe it more every year. There's nothing wrong with the middle. Middle is where the most happy people actually live. Middle mind, middle job, middle life. Superior happiness. You don't know if those people are happy. You just don't know. And you don't need their life. You need a couple of real friends. You need to be yourself properly. And you need to stop borrowing other people's happiness on credit you can't afford. Kai Cenat had all of it. Everything we say we want. And the thing he actually wanted? More time with the people he loves. That's it. And the wild part? You can already have that. Tonight. This channel's called Borrowed Happiness. So don't borrow theirs. Go and build your own.